What's up, guys? I'm Ray.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Ed.
And we are Nerdcore. We're here today to talk about Netflix's original film, Bright. Which has had a lot of opposing reviews lately, so we're here to discuss that. But before we get started, what have you guys been watching lately?
I recently saw The Shape of Water. I really enjoyed it. Guillermo del Toro, the director, he kind of went back to like the Pan's Labyrinth style. It was wonderful. Definitely deserved. I think it was Best Director he won. Definitely deserve it. Beautifully shot, beautiful music, beautiful story, simple. It was an excellent film. I loved it. Ray, what have you been watching lately?
I've been watching The Punisher lately, which if you kept up with our previous videos, I was lacking on that. So finally got some free time to sit down, and I'm in love so far. So I got 4 episodes to go, but it's badass, and I'm excited to finish it. John Bernthal, I hated him in The Walking Dead. I really did. I don't know, I just never really appreciated him until I saw him in this, and I have a whole new respect for him.
So Ed, what have you been watching lately?
I've been watching Amazon's Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams. It's basically like a more sci-fi Black Mirror.
So it's anthology based.
Anthology. Standalone episodes. And what really drew me to it is the fact that it is based off Philip K. Dick, and
I have never heard of him.
He's the original author of Blade Runner. I would say it's more missed than hit.
Yeah.
But the episode with Bryan Cranston was a solid hit.
So anyway, the most recent thing that we've watched was Netflix's original film, Bright, with Will Smith.
So Netflix's Bright is basically a cop drama movie with fantasy elements brought into it. Will Smith is a veteran cop. He's partnered with a orc who they're not necessarily very welcomed in society at all because they had a strong allegiance to the Dark Lord. Bright is a term for a once-in-a-lifetime individual who was able to handle a wand of magic powers and change the world and bullshit like that.
There are a lot of mixed reviews out there, so I was apprehensive to watch it at first, but I ended up getting into it, and I turned it off about 25 minutes into the film. It really upset me. I just wasn't following their 2,000 year line of story that they were trying to drag you through. It really lost me when Will Smith walked out of his nice-looking house into the set of Don't Be a Menace, and then he proceeded to just mercilessly murder a fairy, and then proceed to tell his daughter that all living creatures are equal and they're just trying to get along. And I was like, man, fuck this fucking movie. I ended up turning it off. I watched it a day later. I finished it because these guys yelled at me, and I still didn't like it. I just thought it was a terribly distasteful play on stereotypes. And it was horrible.
It's basically as if we are how we are right now, and then all of a sudden orcs and all these different races and beings are dropped into our world. Like nothing. If that had been the world, things would have been a lot different.
Right. Isn't it supposed to be like 2,000 years like after essentially that we're living?
Yeah, so you gotta figure.
No.
You would say alternate universe.
Okay, so
okay.
This is the same year, but these beings have just existed.
Right. Well, if you could say 20 years later, maybe.
That kind of brings my point
that.
in. So, if these beings were on this planet for 2,000 years, don't you think that they would have adopted some kind of orcish style or elf? Like, why are they all wearing these weird stereotypical human clothes?
As a huge fantasy nerd, I would say it's a huge insult to the way that they dealt with fantasy. It was just, there was no homework being done. If the world 2,000 years ago had been inhabited by humans, orcs, elves, fairies, all that kind of stuff, it wouldn't be what today's world is. It's like someone snapped their fingers today and all those elements had just popped in and here they were.
Right. And they adapted to our culture
and
now.
And it was stupid. They just assumed that would work, and I think that comes very broadly based on the director's history. David Ayer, he likes cop movies. You know, he did other cop movies like End of Watch.
End of Watch was great. I really enjoyed End of Watch.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was a cool movie.
But I mean, that's clearly his style. Kind of stick to that.
That's all he does.
Right. I'm all about directors and creators, taking on new projects to kind of, give themselves a little more depth and.
But he tried to
challenge themselves. Yeah. I mean, he didn't write the movie.
No, he didn't write. The writer of the movie is Max Landis, and I think that name might sound a little familiar. I'm gonna assume
John Landis' son. Yeah. Great director.
I don't know for a fact. I didn't look it up if that's his son, but I'm assuming it is.
It is.
I did happen to look at his IMDb, and I don't know if you happen to notice, but it's rumored that he's directing a particular horror movie remake.
Oh, I wonder what that one could be.
is well, it's American Werewolf in London.
God, it's like he just took those fantasy elements and they wanted to make it cool and hip and modernize it, but it's like, should you really do that?
Yeah,
like, there's a reason why it's. I think it could have been done, and it could have been done creatively. I think a lot of things that are shit could be done if it has the right direction. And I will admit, when I first started watching the movie, because of how badly it was received, I was intrigued when like the first half hour. I was intrigued. You know, there's obviously little nitpicks I have had about it, but I was intrigued and I wanted to see where it went, and just every step of the way just got worse and worse and worse.
It became Lord of the Rings meets Bad Boys.
Exactly.
I would like the idea that orcs would have a hard time adapting into our culture.
Sure, makes sense.
Because they lost the war.
Right. Orcs have been well done in movies before.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Lord of the Rings. You know, I mean, even Warcraft is very CGI, but, you know, they were well done. But there just doesn't seem to be any variety to these orcs.
Yeah,
If they've been here for so long, there's no style. Everybody was bald. They all the same, like, skin tone. Like,
I think this film is sprinkled with actors that did not have their opportunity to shine. Joel Edgerton, being the Jacoby, the main orc, I think he's a phenomenal actor, and he did a good job in this movie. He really did. He was the only one who actually like gave a shit about really like trying to make that character shine.
I thought Will Smith was extremely unlikable, which is very odd for him because he's such a charismatic person and actor.
It's like, I haven't seen Will Smith in a while. I've been doing cool action. He always did cool action movies. He always did cool characters. He's badass. I'm a little pissed we didn't get an "oh hell nah" in this though. You know what I mean?
That's
the
very
whole movie,
true.
I'm like, where's the oh hell?
Because
nah?
he wasn't the good guy. He was the good. He was the bad guy.
Whatever. Honestly, I just thought that was a thing. I thought that was an unspoken thing. That's like,
true.
well, obviously you're gonna say, "oh hell nah," but
He
we'll
said
talk about
he said I'm not doing it after 2005. He's like, I ain't doing it no more.
oh, he said, oh, hell no.
Oh hell nah! I'm not saying oh hell nah no more. Why not? Oh hell nah!
Okay, but I did ask these guys to keep a list of some things that they thought of. Now, Mike and I, well, we have a list.
Now, this is a you know
Ray,
typical thing for us.
Okay, first off, you did not actually
He
ask
doesn't know
me
how
to
to
keep
write.
a physical
That's the
list
thing.
because you don't even know, but I am the ultimate list guy. I have 1,000 fucking lists. If you told me to make a list, I would have had 3.
You should have made a list to make a list.
let's go through some lists and then you'll be able to comment
All right, I'll start.
on our list. Yeah.
I'll start. There's a B-roll shot, right? You see something in the sky, and it's a fucking dragon just flying in the sky. Just a fucking random dragon. I mean, it's
Just
early.
a dragon.
It's early in the movie where you're like, oh shit, there's dragons in the movie. That might be its saving grace.
You assumed it was foreshadowing.
So throughout the movie, you're like, oh fuck, where's the dragon? Where's the dragon? Shit's hitting the fan. I'm just waiting for the dragon to show up. Shit, no dragon. All right, I'll be the next scene. Be the next scene. Oh shit, all right, it's going into the final. It's going into the third act, final act. Dragon's got to be showing up. He's gonna save the day. Will Smith's gonna jump on the dragon with the wand, fuck shit up. No dragon.
There were way too many mustaches. Why would everyone have a mustache in that movie? No, there was that scene. It was Will Smith and 2 other guys. Are like, look, you gotta lie about your orc buddy. He's like, I ain't gonna do it. And he was like, and then I was looking at him, I was like, why do they all have mustaches? But they did. And then Will Smith even comments and says,
That's the best line.
Man,
Best line.
shave your mustache.
Yeah, dude, you're right.
Motherfucker, you shaved your mustache.
My next point on the list is the elf girl, Tika.
Mm-hmm.
Why was there such a huge connection with the Fifth Element? Why did she represent that so much?
I would have appreciated that. I actually did in the beginning. I was like, oh, cool. It's a nice, like, homage to Fifth Element. But then when she finally, at the end, like started using her words and talking, I was like, she's not a good actress.
So her reasons were, I'm gonna be a mute. You're gonna assume that I'm a mute because I can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
But then the moment I trust you,
Right.
I will talk to you.
Right, yeah.
Why didn't you talk before? I didn't trust you before.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck does that
I
do
only
with
talk to
anything?
people I trust, okay?
Just don't tell them stuff that you don't want them to know.
Yeah.
But you can still use your words like, help, I'm about to get shot, instead.
Yeah, I mean the convictions of all the characters in the movie was just fucking all out of whack.
It's on your list next.
Wasn't a huge character, but the first villain that you come across, that friggin' wheelchair-bound Poison. I thought he was gonna be more. I didn't realize he was gonna get blown up shortly after I wrote this note, but I thought he was gonna be a more important character. When he finally started telling his reasons why he was there trying to kill them, it was just.
He just wanted to bang his wife.
He just wanted to bang his wife again. He wanted to walk around again, and he's willing to murder everyone.
So would you steal a wand?
I would.
The all-powerful wand
Yeah, I
just to
would.
bang your wife one more time?
I would.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, if I was
Back.
paralyzed,
I
like, you know.
Poison now.
So, in all essence, that guy made the most sense in the
Alright,
whole movie.
alright, but-
He just wanted to bang his wife.
regardless of that, he was so unlikable and he was so cartoon-like.
Yeah. My next thing on my list is the centaur, the police centaur. I don't know if you happen to notice it because it wasn't really in it all that much. It wasn't a main point.
He made 2 appearances.
Yeah, he made 2 appearances, and I'm pretty sure they were just the camera was panning, and here's the centaur. Centaurs are in the fantasy world as well. I don't know why they're accepted and the orcs not. I guess they chose well.
It's just so fucking random.
And I'm pretty sure the shot was. I could be wrong about it, but I felt like in my head the centaur was there writing a parking ticket.
Yeah, well that's
He's a beat cop. He's a beat centaur cop. Again.
So it's like it's cops on horses, dude. They're probably like, we need cops.
That would have been cool.
But we don't have to buy horses. We have men infused with horses.
I want to ride my partner.
It makes sense. Like we want to fucking banish you because you're ugly as shit.
Ride my partner.
You could be a horse cop combo.
That would have been so much better. Instead of the human
it
and
should
orc,
have been.
It should have been human and centaur. And at the end, he's like, "Look, Bob, I gotta ride you." That's the only
Or no, that could have been the oh hell nah. Like
Yeah.
Will Smith's in trouble. Centaur rides up. He's like, "Yo, come on." Oh hell nah. If we had to rate it, Mike, what would you rate it?
Honestly, after reviewing this, maybe hate it more. I'd give it a 4.4.
Bro, we agreed on not doing these point. I give it a 4.2765.
That makes sense.
No, you can do a 0.5. You can give it a half a point if you want.
I would give this movie a 4.5.
Out of 10?
Out of 10, yeah. With all the hate when I first put it on, started off I was intrigued, and just increasingly it got more and more shit, and ultimately just was a soulless action movie.
Right.
I have to go lower than that. I gotta give it a solid 4. It had some good elements to it, but as a whole, I absolutely did not like it.
If I had to rate it, I'm actually going to surprisingly go ahead. I'm still going to give it a 5. Because while I do despise this movie, I could still see it being enjoyable. There were action scenes. It did its job. You know, it told the beginning, it had a conflict, and it had some kind of resolution. I didn't necessarily like all that stuff, and I'm thinking I'm hating on it more because of the fantasy element done so horribly.
Let us know what you think, how you felt about the movie and the particular topics that we talked on. Make sure you subscribe down below, comment, like us,
Troll
all
us.
that good stuff. Troll us.
Please troll us.
Troll us.
So anyway, we're out. I'm Ray.
Mike.
Ed.
And we're Nerdcore. See you next time.